My full name is Leida Alexandra Montes Artundaga. I'm from Suaza, Huila. I'm 22 years old. My email address is leidaletza10@hotmail.com. I'm an archivist and I work at the hospital. I live in Suaza. Suaza is a beautiful town with a long river, majestic orchids, beautiful women, and unique landscapes. My hobbies are reading, watching series, listening to music, and singing. My favorite food is hamburgers. My favorite movie is Harry Potter because the movie makes me dream and travel to a magical world. My favorite book is 40 Weeks because the book has captivated me. After all, it talks about the story of complicated but true love between two young people and the problems that many young people live with today, and sometimes we don't know how to solve them. I consider that I'm a respectful, generous, humble, and honest person. I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I take a quick shower first and then I brush my teeth. I start working at 7 a.m. and I have breakfast at 8 a.m. Usually, I have a sandwich and a milkshake. I have lunch at 1 p.m. and I go back to work at 2 p.m. I finish working at 5 p.m. I have classes from 6 to 8 p.m. And after classes, I go out with my boyfriend and we go to a beautiful restaurant for dinner. Before going to bed, I watch an episode of my favorite series. I fall asleep at 10 p.m. Usually, I do my college homework. Then I go to the park with my grandparents and my aunt to eat ice cream. And finally, I come home to watch my Netflix series. Sergio is my boyfriend. He has 23 years old. He is a military man and he is tall and slim. He has pale skin and his face is long. He has short black hair. His eyes are brown, his nose is hawk, and he has full red lips. Sergio is intelligent, keen, generous, funny, and brave. But he is a little impatient and he has bad temper. The happiest day in my life was when I was 20 years old. I worked at Home Center Neiva. One day my boss sent me to the dispatch area to see some boxes with papers. There I saw a very handsome boy. He was very tall, with black hair, a beautiful smile, and brown eyes. Immediately I fell in love with him. At that moment he appreciated me and said hello. I felt very nervous but I answered him. It was how we began to speak. Days later, we sat on the floor together while we waited for lunch to end. We talked about many things and laughed a lot because he was so funny. But there came a time when we were silent. Then he looked at me in the eyes and said, "I like you a lot. You have very bright eyes. Your lips are very red. You're a beautiful woman. Will you be my girlfriend?" I was surprised because I didn't expect it. Despite everything, I said yes. Immediately, we smiled and finally we kissed. Now we have been dating for 2 years. We are so happy and have plans to live together. One day when I was in class, I felt sick. My head hurt a lot, my body was shaking. Despite that, I tried to stay listening to my class. When I came back to my house, I went to bed because I was tired and immediately I fell asleep. Later, I woke up and saw many red dots on my skin. I started vomiting a lot and I didn't eat anything. So my mom decided to take me to the hospital. There was a nurse who didn't know how to take care of patients. Then the doctor tried me and checked me to see what disease I had. He immediately called the nurse to hospitalize me because I had hemorrhagic dengue, and it was only a short time before the blood came out of my pores. Despite that, the doctor treated me very well. Finally, I was able to improve. After 3 days in the hospital, I was able to return home safely.